Hello, Press Start to Start fans. This is JD coming at you by myself, actually. Jeff is not here, as you can see. I am all by myself. I regret to inform you that there won't be any Donkey Kong Country Returns today. We forgot to record and weren't able to due to technical difficulties and Jeff lacking his Wii when he came over to my place. So that ended up not working out. But we decided to do a little something for you today and hopefully for the future. We want to continue to do some sort of like vlogging series like this, where, because like sometimes throughout the day, you just kind of have random thoughts, like I do, like at work or walking on my way home or driving around or whatever. Just have random thoughts about gaming in general and stuff like that. So we decided to do something like this where we can just kind of talk and just discuss random stuff, just kind of by ourselves, get our thoughts out, and as the mood strikes us. So yeah, we want to make this sort of like a regular thing. I think what we're going to try to do is maybe do this every Sunday. Actually, this week it's going to be on Thursdays, obviously, just because we didn't have Donkey Kong for you. But in the future, hopefully, we'll be able to do this every Sunday. So you'll get one from me, and you'll also get one from Jeff. So go and check his out as well. Maybe I'll try to put a link in like up here somewhere. But yeah, so we're pretty excited about this, just to be able to give you some more content and just a little something supplemental, just a little bit something on the weekends as well. And also, we're thinking about doing some sort of multiplayer weekend thing, because on the weekends Jeff and I like to play just Halo or Smash, or it's just some random online multiplayer game or local multiplayer that it won't necessarily like a game series like we've been doing during the week. It'll be more of a, hey, we're deciding to play Smash Bros today, so we're gonna just maybe play like for a little while, I don't know, hour or two or whatever, however long we feel like playing, and then splice together a video for you guys. And so we'd love to see what you guys think of that, so please feel free to comment and whatnot. But yeah, so I think that'll hopefully be Saturdays. I'm not sure, probably not this Saturday, but maybe next week. We'll keep you posted on that one. So yeah, we're gonna do this vlog series, and so I decided to call my series Snappy J's Thought of the Day. As you well know, that my name, or the nickname that I was given in Animal Crossing, was Snappy J. And one that I am quite fond of. I was very amused when one of the characters gave that nickname to me. So it stuck. I hope you guys like it. But anyway, so what I wanted to talk about today, as you probably have known from our podcasts, we've been talking about Project M, which is the Super Smash Bros. Fan-made mod, which is supposed to be changing the game to be closer to Melee's technical difficulty, I guess you could say, where you're wave dashing and shuffling and stuff like that, which, wave dashing is dodging diagonally close to the ground so that you slide along the ground, and shuffling it makes it so that you can bring aerial attacks out quicker and you reduce lag time and stuff like that. But anyways, we've been talking a lot about that, and so I've been playing a lot of Project M and getting into, learning the technical stuff and all that, and I've really enjoyed it. But it's kind of made me start thinking about the future for the Smash Bros. Franchise as a whole, and just wondering where it's going to go from here and everything. And we've been hearing little tidbits here and there from Sakurai and his team, and it just got me thinking about what sort of characters and things that we can kind of hope to expect, I guess. And some things that I guess I hope to see in the new one. Some characters that I've been wanting to see for a while. So one of the characters that I would really love to see, it'd be so cool, is back in Melee, they started bringing back kind of the clone thing, or they brought the clone thing up like for the first time. So you had like young Link and adult Link, and Falco and Fox, and Pikachu and Pichu, Dr. Mario, Martha and Roy. All of them were pretty much clones with slight differences depending on like weight or just like elemental effects on weapons. But a character that I'd love to see is from Melee, kind of. So I would love to see young Link from Melee be brought back, but in a totally different sort of light. So if you'll remember from Majora's Mask, that he had a couple of different transformations. He had the Deku mask, the Goron mask, and the Zora mask. And something that I think would be really awesome is to actually have him be able to transform into these different, species or whatever, what have you, like in the games, like Zelda and Sheik can, and like Pokemon Trainer can in Brawl. And the transformation thing has kind of become more of a thing. Like Sakurai's seemed to kind of embrace that more with Brawl, since he has Pokemon Trainer and Zelda Sheik and Zero Suit Samus and Samus. And I'd really like to see that dynamic kind of fleshed out with the young Link character. I think that would be really, really cool, and it could add a lot of depth into that character, and you could actually kind of change it and differentiate him more from Adult Link that way. And Toon Link and Adult Link in Brawl were fairly different. Their weights were different. Toon Link was a lot more floaty than Adult Link. But I'd like to see it differentiated more this way. I think that could be just make the character so much more interesting, and just being able to transform into these different characters just depending on the matchup or the situation or whatever. I think it could really add to the depth of the game and everything, and I'd really like to see that. And obviously, I really love Majora's Mask, and Jeff does too, and I really want to see that game represented more. I think that'd be really cool. And another character I'd really like to see from Majora's Mask would be Skull Kid with Majora's Mask on or whatever. I think that could be a really interesting character, just with kind of strange, like playful, childish type moves, just like really weird gameplay, kind of like Wario. He kind of confuses you. Like, just his movement is very different, and he kind of weaves in and out. And things like that. He could be kind of a more floaty character and everything. I think that he could be a really interesting addition to the roster. And if they decide to keep Final Smashes for the fourth game, I think that Skull Kid being able to drop the moon would be pretty sweet, right? Just being able to drop it on the stage and everybody just pretty much gets obliterated. It'd be pretty interesting. And Final Smashes, we don't really seem to use them that much anymore, just because we don't really turn items on like ever. That just kind of comes with the territory. You get more competitive with the game, and you gain more skill, and you just want to get rid of that variance from the gameplay. But I think it could be pretty cool, just that sort of Final Smash. And also, I forgot to mention this, for young Link and his Majora's Mask iteration, his Final Smash could be the Fierce Deity Mask, and that would be freaking sweet. I would love to see that, if they don't make him into like a separate character. But I think that there's probably enough versions of Link in this game already. But I would love to see Fierce Deity Link in some sort of Final Smash area, just being able to be brought in that way, so you can actually play as him for a little bit. It'd be pretty cool. But I'm really hoping for this new game that they're able to actually make the online work for once, because the online in Brawl was absolutely horrific. It was so bad. I remember being so excited for it when it first got announced and everything. I think it was at like the E3 that the Wii was first announced, when Iwata came on stage and said all these games are going to be there on launch, and then he said Smash Bros. Would be there on launch and with online, and everybody yelled and screamed and was so excited and everything. And I was there with them. I wasn't actually at E3, but I was excited too. And then once we finally got our hands on the game and were able to play it, we realized it sucked really bad. It was so bad. Just like the connectivity was awful. You could never get, even if you had a perfect connection. My friend and I in college tried this out, where we were in our separate rooms, connected online, tried to play a match online. The connection was absolutely perfect. We were using the same internet, so there was no lag, or there shouldn't have been any lag or anything, but there was still a slight delay in input and action. And in a fighting game, you can't have that sort of delay. It just screws with all of your timing and everything, and it wasn't playable. And that was under perfect conditions. And the conditions were never like that. I mean, any other time that I tried quite a bit to actually play a game online, and you would either get stuck in limbo in that training area on that flat, zone with the sandbag, if you ever saw that. And you would just wait there until it aired out, and you'd have to reconnect and try again, or just give up and just play against computers if you're by yourself. Or if you actually got into a match, the lag was so terribly awful that you just couldn't do anything. It was like so choppy, and there's no way you could do anything about it. And so I'm thinking that having used the Wii U's online now with Call of Duty, it's been perfect. Like I haven't had a single problem with it so far, and so I have high hopes for their abilities to at least get it working so that you can have a lag-free game and everything. And from what they've been talking about with their online stats and stuff like that, that sounds really cool. That's the kind of thing that really would draw me into the game, because nowadays when you're not living like in a neighborhood with all of your friends like you were when you were a kid, or like in college you're not living with your friends, everybody's kind of spread out everywhere. You don't really have the time, because it's kind of more an event to get everybody together to play. So I'm really hoping that this online is really good and fleshed out, and that's really something that's going to draw me into the game, because I'm pretty competitive when it comes to Smash. I really like to get better and challenge myself, and just to practice those moves and to perfect certain combos or whatnot. And I'd like to be able to do that online, and just to extend that replayability of the game. And I mean, not that it really needs an extension of playability. I've already logged like over 400 hours in Brawl. So, I mean, not that it needs it. It would be really nice, though. I would love to see playlists and just different game modes would be awesome, because the only way you could play Brawl online if you weren't with your friends, I think, you had to play at like a 2-minute stock match, or a 2-minute time limit. Just no stock, just 2-minute time. And I'm not a fan of time. I really prefer stock. I think it requires more skill, and you can't really camp as much as you can in time. But I just love to be able to have that option, though. If people want to play time, go for it. There's a playlist for it. You want to play stock? There it is. You want to play with these kind of items? Just like have a map, or have like a playlist with only like explosive items, or like a random array of items or something, or all items on very high. Just have this sort of variety in the game, so that there's something for everyone there. If you want to just play, just to screw around and have fun, go for it. I mean, that'd be great. I would love to have that sort of thing, because sometimes it gets frustrating when you're playing and you need to cool down, and a cooldown match with tons of items and explosions can be fun. And I'd really like to see that in some sort of stat tracking system: KOs, hit percentage, SDs, falls, that all these different statistics that they already keep into the game. If you go into just like the stats, the data, I think is what it's called, in the options menu. They've got options for everything. So, they're already tracking all this stuff. Why not do it there too? I mean, it can't be that hard to implement. But now that they're doing 2 separate games, with the Wii U probably bending more towards the online hub, and the 3DS going more towards the single-player personal experience, I think that now that they've kind of compartmentalized them and focused them into different things, maybe that focus can help them to flesh these out more, so that the subspace emissary type thing, which will most likely be on the 3DS, will actually become more fleshed out and actually be more comprehensive, I guess, because like the subspace emissary was awesome. I loved all the cutscenes and everything, but like it was sort of bland. Also, like it could have been so much more, and there was already so much content in Brawl that, I mean, obviously something had to fall short, and it happened to be the subspace emissary, which is okay, because I mean most of our time was spent in versus anyways. But yeah, that's really what I'm looking forward to. I think that's all I really have to talk about right now. I'd love to see more third-party characters. Sakurai's talked about not really delving too much into the third-party pool because they want to keep it pretty much Nintendo focused, which is great because I think that extending that out too much just can kind of screw with the game's focus, and now you end up having hundreds of characters and just the balancing is all screwed up. And I think that you just need to focus on, okay, we need to create a core roster that is well balanced, that just works well together, that seems cohesive and everything, and nothing seems like out of place and everything. Because Snake, while being in more realistic type games, fit well with the Smash roster, and so I want to be able to have that where all the characters seem like they belong. And I think that Mega Man would be an awesome addition. That'd be really cool, and I'd love to see someone from the Tales series. Lloyd Irving would be awesome. That'd be really cool, and I'd love to see how a dual wielding swordsman character would work, because there's so many swordsmen in the game already. It'd be interesting to see that sort of dynamic. But since he has so many moves in the Tales series, how could they not put him in? He has so many different things that you could attach to him. And that brings up the idea of, since they have talked about maybe the 3DS version being more personal and customizable, if you could customize characters and swap moves out and stuff like that, that would work really well for a Tails type character, because they do have so many different move sets with Sword Rain and Beast and Sword Rain Alpha, Sword Rain Beta and Tiger Blade and all this different stuff. They could really flesh that out really well if they do decide to do that. And obviously they'd have to do some sort of balancing mechanic in there, but anyways, I'm really excited for this game, if you can't tell from our podcast and talking about it and everything. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked, and I hope to see more about that soon. So look forward to E3. That's in 5 months. We still got a ways to go, but keep at it, keep hoping. Let me know what you think of my ideas. Do these sound like good ideas, bad ideas? What do you think? What characters would you like to see? What kind of stages or gameplay would you like to see? What sort of changes do you want to see to the gameplay? If at all. Maybe you want it to stay the same. Do you want it more Melee-like? Brawl-like? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys say, and I'll respond to, as much as I can. I love to hear what you guys say and just to dialogue back and forth. So please let us know, and check out Jeff's vlog as well. I think he should be putting one up, so hopefully I'll have a link up here sometime. And yeah, like I said, we're going to try to keep this weekly thing, hopefully on Sundays, continuing on to the future. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought of this. You want to see more of this kind of stuff? Yeah, I know you do. You love seeing this. Check out this style right here, man. It's crazy. I took a nap too, and it's still going nuts. Anyways, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to. The subscribe button will be around here somewhere, maybe down here, up here. I don't know. I'll do it later. And next button will be up here when I do have another one. And thanks for tuning in, and I will talk to you guys later. Press end to end. Snappy J out.